So this is why men can consistently raise children into success as opposed to women. This is why fathers are far more important in the home, even though they're equally important.
In this
the
case, the
man.
men
No, in
pretended.
this case, but
Yeah,
who are
he's
bigger
the-
pretenders? in
He's still
general?
the man.
It's men.
Absolutely not. Sure.
You tell me why not?
No.
Tell me.
Men to men. Men
to
to
men.
men.
Man to man, let's
Yeah,
have this
thank you.
conversation.
Yes.
All right, let's have SA talk without Temple.
Yeah.
Right. So blame the man for being the incapable man that he is when she chose to sleep with this incapable man. And then after giving birth to this incapable man's child, complains about it.
No, but hello, Dumelang, and welcome to yet another episode of SA Main Talk. If you guys haven't watched the show, basically the show is all about getting into the minds of men. So today I am joined by our panel. We have Galston Anthony. How are you, Galston?
I'm a happy man. I am never not happy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Always smiling.
Yeah. Well, smiling doesn't mean that I'm happy. Or happy doesn't mean that I'm always smiling. I'm just happy.
You're just
Period.
happy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the core of who I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that. Keep it up. And we have Serge Kabonge. How are you, Serge?
I'm doing good. Like always, I'm always happy. You know, when I got a smile in the morning for my daughter, my days is all wonderful.
And then you are perfect.
Trust me.
Wait. Can I do that intro again? Let me tell you why I want to do that intro again.
Yes,
watch,
please
watch,
do.
watch. Look, so this is how Serge did it, okay? Just say, how you, Galson? How you doing?
How you, Galston? How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
Drama,
Now I'm
drama.
as good as Serge now.
Yeah.
I'm good. How you doing?
Yeah.
You good, Serge?
I'm very good. Always.
It's good.
So in case you guys haven't watched our other episodes, but you know what, you must go back and see all the episodes. Galston Anthony is a businessman. He is the best to ever do it. Cinematographer. He is a manager to one
Zeri
of
the boss lady, the biggest,
biggest-
icon in Africa. Now I've signed on to La Sauce. Y'all guys know La Sauce. And I am a daddy, a single man and all. So ladies, y'all know if you holler at me, DMs. I will sass y'all out.
Yeah, and ladies have been sending me DMs. Please give them your handle.
Galston.Anthony.
You don't mind?
Yeah, why not?
Should
The
they-
more the merrier.
Should they follow?
They should follow.
Ah.
But make sure they should also comment at the bottom here. Like, while we are busy they're listening to us, comment on the show.
Yeah. Please, guys, don't forget to comment, subscribe. I mean, I think we have more viewers than the subscribers. So please, guys, do subscribe so that we can give you the best content. And we have Serge Kabonge. Serge Kabonge is a businessman.
I run an entertainment company called Reels Global International. It's always an entertainment company. I've got a few things that I do is a lot in my mind, especially that the father of one beautiful daughter. I love my daughter more than anything. She's the love of my life.
Bro, we need to talk to you about procreating.
Oh.
You got to procreate. Make more kids, man.
Trust me,
The
when
South
it come in-
Multiply.
when it comes in terms of making more kids, it's not what I'm thinking because I'm scared when I realize that most women,
Aibo.
you know, they leave their partner. You know, it's not easy as a man,
Hmm.
you know, raising a child by yourself. You know, it's good raising a child when you're with both two parents, you know. It make very comfortable when it comes in terms of raising the child. Trust me. I
Okay.
have that experience.
I do not want to trust you. Because
Why not?
Maybe give him a chance.
let me tell you why. I raised my son. I got two sons. The one son I can't seem to see because the mom is annoying. She doesn't want me to see the son. Well, the other one is a different type of annoying, so I raised that son by myself. I mean, you've seen me with him. I do the school runs. I pick him up from school, everything, you know. There was a point I did not have a nanny for like 4 months and did everything, the diaper change, everything. And
Really? Did you change the diapers, G?
all the
I
time.
can't
and that,
imagine you changing
that
diapers.
kid did a lot of doo-doo. Right? He's only turning 3, so he learned his whole potty training now. Well, he's learning his potty training. So he only goes to bed with you know, the diapers. So I enjoyed it so much, man. I enjoyed it so much.
Well done for
And
being
it wasn't
a-
that hard.
You know, I wish all the men was like him,
Yeah.
man, because it pain me most of the time like some of the men, they don't understand the meaning of having a child.
Yes.
you understand?
Yes.
Like when I meet some of my friends, when I ask their story, they separated with the father of the kid. When I ask them, really, did the father still supporting the child? They say, you know how you guys men you are.
It's like how
You
you
know.
It's so it's so sad, eh? It's so sad.
Trust me, to me, I feel like most men don't understand the meaning of
Fatherhood.
of being a father to the
Yes,
child. Most
yes.
men don't understand that the child is a blessing from God. You know, for you to become a very responsible person, you really need to have a child, so that even if you are not working, you don't have money to support the child.
Yes.
The demand of the child, the request of the child, what he need, make
Yes.
you to work hard.
Exactly.
Where you feel, I want to provide to my lovely one that I have in my life. Let's remove the mother of the child or your partner, especially a child. To me, I feel like most men who abandon their kid, trust me, the doors will never open for them. Trust me. Because you abandon something that you got blessing from God. Many people are looking those opportunities to have a child, but they are not getting them. I'm not saying only men.
And another thing is that kids bring more blessings.
That's true.
You know.
You get my point. Look like now, 2 weeks ago,
then
my
I need
daughter.
to make more kids then.
2 weeks ago, my daughter told me, I was having discussion with my daughter. She's 12 years old. I said, April is coming. What do you want me to do about your birthday? Because I go according to her option. He said to me, no, Daddy, I'll tell you in 2 days. I was sleeping. She came in my room to say to me, Daddy, you know what? Please, I want to go have my party in Dubai. You understand?
Okay.
I said, really? How can you go have your party in Dubai?
And she was just in Dubai. You guys were just in Dubai. Like
On
in
December, I took her for holiday.
But if you got the money, why not?
Look,
I
even
will
if
knock
I
my
don't
kid
have,
out if he tells me he wants to go to Dubai. I will knock you the hell out. Work
why?
your way to Dubai.
And
Look,
as
So
well.
the difference is
Yes.
because you got a girl, right? So I got boys, right? So I'm
trust
ready.
me, the boy took and ask, because you must understand the young age for now, they're going to social media. They're finding a lot of things on the social media. That they like.
They're very smart.
Because I asked my daughter first, where do you learn about this thing in Dubai? He said, they just see on the picture in the social media. And then you cannot stop them from there. You as a parent just learned how to
Yes.
monitor your
Well,
child.
look, I'll agree in that portion. So my first son, there was a moment I want to share. This was the cutest moment. So here I'm living in Silver Lakes at that time. Silver Lakes is in Pretoria East, and it's the same estate where Oscar Pistorius did his thing, right? Actually, we were neighbors, and as they find friends in the same street and whatnot, and they pushing their little cars and whatnot. And then one day, my son comes to me, and he says to me, "Dad, can I get this type of car?" So I'm like, "No, son, you're not gonna get that kind of car. You have to turn, whatever age." At this time, he's like 3. So I'm like, "But why, Dad? Why can't I get it?" He says, "Because you're just not gonna get it." It's like, "But Dad, you're rich. Why can't you?" I'm like, "Wait, who told you? Where did that vocabulary come from? Like, who taught you what rich mean? You 3.
Yes.
Who taught you that?" So I can agree with the whole social media
I
thing
think
where kids are actually picking up
Yeah.
knowledge from
Yeah.
each other or the
I
the
think too,
website.
the child must see the lifestyle of the father that he have.
Right,
know?
right. They're trying to figure out their social status.
Yes,
right.
yes.
Look, like my daughter on the age, I remember always he'll choose what come as I drop her to school. When he wake me in the morning to drop her in the school, I say, okay. And then he ask me, Daddy, we using the Porsche or we using the Mercedes? And then I say, okay, I feel like let's use the Mercedes. Say, no, Daddy, I want you to use the Porsche. And then I don't have a choice.
And why?
I'll take the Porsche.
Did you ask
I
her
ask her why. I say, I just want my friend to see me and drop me in the Porsche.
He's really a father to a girl.
You understand?
yeah.
I agree that because she's the love of my life. What can I do? I drop her in the Porsche. Like when he said to me, he want me to do a birthday party in Dubai. And then I said, I don't have a problem, man. You can't do it by yourself. He said, no, I'm going to invite my friend. I said, are you sure the parent of your friend, they will accept your friend to travel with you? He said, yes, I will ask. And then I said to her, give me the parent number. Let me talk to them as a parent.
Yes.
And then I spoke to a few parents. They did not have a problem. Some of them, since I'm the person who's inviting them, I request to them, if they don't have a passport, I'll provide.
Yes.
Because I'm the person who's inviting them to attend.
Yeah.
I must not expect all the parents, they'll pay the cost. I just want my daughter to have in the beautiful time on the birthday, on the special time that my daddy did. And then she went to choose even the board. He sent me, say, when I have a birthday party inside that board, it's about 3 to 4 hours.
Yes.
And then I don't have a problem with that. It's not about you being rich. It's about you to provide to your child. Even if you don't have it in that moment, you need to work or to hustle to provide to your child. Because if you
Serge.
can't give to your child,
Serge.
who else can you give to?
Serge.
Yes.
Serge, I got 2 kids.
No problem.
Okay, let's introduce the
get-
topic. Let's introduce the
the
topic.
topic,
Let's
right.
introduce
We
the
got
topic.
into it real
So on
quick.
this episode, we are talking about co-parenting.
Co-parenting.
We're talking about
I
co-parenting.
wasn't ready. Nobody told me.
No, it's not about you being ready.
It's not about that.
Okay.
It's
all
not
right.
about that.
Okay.
Thank
I
you.
accept. Let's go in.
Exactly. We're talking about co-parenting. You know.
Let's do it.
Well, I'm married and my husband is a present father.
Congratulations.
He's a good father and so forth. However, there's a lot of kids who are not growing up in a home like that where both parents are in one household. How difficult is co-parent? Okay, let me start with you, Galston. You were married twice.
Yeah.
And you have to co-parent with 2 women.
Mhm.
How is that, and what are the dynamics?
Well, firstly, they're annoying. Both of them.
Aibo.
Oh, should I lie? Okay, let me try my lie. Well, firstly, they are just particularly not the easiest to deal with.
Okay.
Because in how society is structured is that the woman leads the co-parenting, right? In the household, at least where there's a husband and wife, the man leads the whole thing. But when there's a breakup, it's the woman that's more in command. But because I grew up in a household, my mom and my dad was there from inception until I was 18 to get to, university levels. My parents were there, and both my parents were active. My daddy was the man. Look, my daddy was so much of a man that if I have to evaluate him and I as an overall, I think he did better than me. Not even think. It's clear that he did better than me. He's a better man. He's done so many things. He outdid me. With that being said, I can say that I've done majority of the men on earth. But that's how great my dad is, right? And now that I have sons, I want to emulate the same thing he taught me and pass it down and see if my sons can be better than I, or at least as great as their granddad, right? So unfortunately, my kids don't live in that household where there's a mom and a dad anymore. So co-parenting becomes very, very difficult because of that structure of society where women want to take command. For example, the 2 mothers are different. I have not seen my first son for 3 years. He's 8. I've not seen him in school uniform. I just know they live in a completely different town to where I am. But where the residence is, I don't know. Now, off recent, it happens that, I managed to speak to him over the phone. But whatever my son is telling me, he's like, no, I need you to pay X amount of fees to the school. So I'm like, son, I'll pay whatever you want. I just need to know what school you're going to. Because I have no idea where you're going to
You
school.
wanna get to know your son.
Yeah. I don't want
Yeah.
to just get to know my son. I want to raise him, right? Hell, it's like I even made an offer, and I said to the first, look, you don't have to ever pay a dime for anything. And I'll make it clear because we're on a podcast, right? You don't have to pay a dime for anything. Bring that child here. See him wherever you want to see him. I'll rent a place close to my place so that you can come there in the weekend so you can see him whenever you like to, and I'll take care of the rest.
And this is with the firstborn.
The firstborn. She obviously makes it very difficult, and she just wants me to deposit money into her account so I can rent my son. I refuse. However, I'm happy to take care of my son's finances to the T. The second mom is even more interesting because she's quite the opposite. She ain't trying to raise no kids. So I'm like, thank God.
So you are dealing with two
polar
different mothers.
Right. So I'm like, I'm happy to raise this child through and through. So I live with the second one. I pay she does not pay a cent. Our agreement is that I will pay her a monthly stipend, so to put it, for her to be able to travel to see her son. We live in the same city, but just different corners. Just so that I can keep her well-behaved, so to put it. You understand? Because I know that women have this, money is women's God.
No.
This
Money
is
is towards God.
Yeah. We'll have that discussion as we go. So I understand that just to keep her at bay and manage the situation, right? It's going well. And for what it's worth, I'm raising my son in peace. I don't have any headaches and whatnot. If, for example, I'm late on the stipend, so to put it, oh, do I hear it? Do I hear it?
What does she say when you're late?
You know, just to not sit here and embarrass her or try to paint her in a black brush, I would avoid that part. But I'm just saying that the irritation of co-parenting, where a woman wants to take full control of a child that they shouldn't be, or at a level that they shouldn't be, is irritating. So I gave you the one example just to conclude that. I said, one, I can't seem to see my child. I need to rent the child. The other one, I'm technically renting the child as well, except I'm raising the child in full. And remember, I'm not the dad that just leaves with the nanny and whatnot. I raise my child. Take him to school.
present.
I do not have, what do they call, coach services to take my son to school. No. I wake up in the morning and I take my son to school. I pick him up, come back. I do everything, you know. I pick his clothing at the store. Only thing I don't do now is cook. Well, I can't cook for starters.
So who cooks? At
The
home?
nanny. So I
Okay.
recently got a nanny. Brilliant. Love that woman. She does that part of the job. A point is that the dynamic of co-parenting is unnecessarily difficult.
And who do you think makes it difficult? Do you think it's obviously you're gonna say it's the women? Do you
The
think it's
annoying
the
parent.
women or
Okay,
the
let me
or,
cut
or,
you.
The
or
annoying
the
parent.
fathers? Do you think it's the mother or the father that's making it difficult, or do you
an-
think it's both?
The annoying parent.
The annoying parent. So in
Yeah.
your case, with the two mothers,
It's them. They're the annoying parent. Because I will put it like this. If I had to ask them, and I have done this before, I said, if you had to take both kids and I removed from the picture, would you leave me alone so I can go on my life and spend my own money and do what I want to do? They say, absolutely not.
Let me ask you
Vice
a question.
versa,
there.
let me
If
make
the
this point.
mother choose it,
Yeah.
you as a father, what's your option?
Say that again.
If the mother choose it, what your option as a father?
What is the wife choosing?
Okay, if the mother
the
choose
mother, yeah.
that to have all the kid and then you back off, what's your option? Then?
To back off and go live my life and do what I want
Yeah,
to do?
yeah.
No, absolutely not, because I'm a full-on father. Like, as an individual.
Yes.
Like, if you're
Are you
asking
gonna
Galson,
accept it or not?
as Galson Anthony, absolutely not.
You're not gonna accept it. That show that he's got love to the kid, because like most men, when they separate in the relationship with the partner,
they don't want
they don't want to support the kid. To me, I feel it very bad when it come in time of the kid. You are not making the mother to suffer, you're making the kid to suffer. You understand? And then you're making a poor woman to struggle, to go through trauma
Yes.
with everything that when the poor woman was seated, he never asked you to have a child with you, first of all. We are the
It
men
takes two.
we are the men who always approach a woman to take a woman through all those things. You understand?
Exactly.
Sir,
When the-
that's not true. That's absolutely not true. And the reason why I say that is that a lot of these kids that pop out of there are accidental pregnancies.
No, but like if you obviously it takes two. I mean, if you what
It takes two to tango. I get that part.
yes.
But-
I mean, if you guys obviously don't use protection and you
Look,
My
I
kids-
feel on
my
the
kids were-
70%, we are the men who don't want to use protection to our partners. Trust
Yes.
me.
So,
So
you
that
can't,
much-
you
that
can't
much
blame
I
the
agree.
woman. You
That
can't
some
blame
men
the
will
So
tell you,
we need to
I
understand
want
there's
to
no
go
blame
in
here.
without any protection because he want to enjoy you without any protection. Sometimes you find a woman who refuse. We try to convince her to accept it.
Okay, that's fine. We're on the same page so far.
Yeah.
But then this has nothing to do with the co-parenting side of things, right?
No, we just look at where it comes from sometimes.
Where it comes
to
from.
reach
Okay,
To
so
the
impregnate.
basic.
to impregnate. Okay,
Yes.
so here's the thing, and we know this is how it works. Here's the thing: when a woman is pregnant, it is her choice whether she keeps the child or not. It's not the man's choice. That's the bad news, right? So our state and most states around the world say that's the woman's choice. If I say keep the baby and you say no, I'm not keeping the baby, guess who's got the final answer? You do, right? Now, when the baby is born and I said I did not want the child and you want the child, guess what the state says? You're going to pay for the child, right? So that's the bad news. But unfortunately, the
What do you
fortunate
mean
part,
is the bad news?
well, that's the bad news in the sense of,
you know what?
you say the 70% of the dads, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes two to tango. I do agree with that, right? So at that given point, Both people are responsible. But when you get to the point where now
How
the
can you
pregnancy
say
is
both
happening,
people
I
are
hear-
responsible
I
when the
hear-
woman is not able, doesn't work?
I hear what you're
You are the
saying.
king of the house
I
to provide.
I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, there's a lot of women who obviously wouldn't want to go with that option of not keeping the baby.
Yeah.
I mean, if you fall pregnant naturally as a woman, you'd
Who brought
want
that
to,
pregnant
you'd
to that
want to
woman
keep that
is-
baby.
is a human.
Exactly. Who
All right,
brought that
so-
pregnancy?
You understand?
So-
I'm not gonna stand
so
here
I-
It's the
because
two
I'm
people.
a man
It's both
to
the
say
man and
that
the woman.
women are wrong.
Who-
Okay. No. We're not. There's not a
Yeah.
wrong or right
Yeah.
thing here. We just need to understand where
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
disparities are.
Thank you.
Okay, so I need it to be clear that I want to populate this earth. God said, populate this earth.
So
and I want to make
You have
babies.
2, and how many to go?
I got maybe another 2 to go, maybe 3, right?
And
I want to
G was
populate.
telling me earlier.
Right.
G was telling me earlier on our way here that
We will cover that. Don't bring.
Should I say it or not?
We can, but not at this
No,
point. So
let's
cover.
leave it for now.
Let's cover this
Okay.
point.
Yeah.
And I'm happy you could say it. Now, if it happens that boom, somebody's pregnant, I'm taking care of the baby. Hell, the mom don't even got to be there. I'll take care of the baby. So I want to make that clear out the gate. However, in most instances where Serge is correct, where Suge Knight, where Serge is correct is where men convince women not to pull the rubber off and going raw, and then they get pregnant, right? So that's the man manipulating the woman. Granted, right? That is true. But then you get to the place of pregnancy. Now, at the point of pregnancy, right, I think it's sub 3 months, you have the choice of keeping and terminating. That's an option that you are given by the state, right? And then what happens is that, say the man, which comes to your 70%, right? It's not an empirical number, but we're just going to use that. We get to a place where the man says, I don't want you to have it. And she's like, but I love my baby. I want to have it. And he's like, look, man, I was hitting it while I was being careless and whatever the case may be. He's like, yeah, but then we have to keep the baby. And then boom, you keep the baby. Now the man is forced to support by the state. Yeah, they jump around, hop around, and run around trying not to do it. But then there's the problem right there, is that why does the woman continue? And by the way, I'm not pro-abortion at all, just so we clear that. But why does the woman continue this life, blame the man for being the incapable man that he is when she chose to sleep with this incapable man? And then after giving birth to this incapable man's child, complains about
No,
it.
but
You
but,
need
so
to
it was a
understand
choice
the
that
woman
she
has
had.
accepted to
The
sleep
thing
with the
is-
men on the basis that most of us men, we take advantage of the woman.
And the thing
Yes,
where
is-
we
but
push
we
the
went-
woman and then she accepts on that count.
Yes, and the thing
Yes,
is,
but
a
that's
lot of
day
women,
one. We
a
talking
lot of
about month
women,
3.
a lot of
On the
women
day
don't
one, the
see.
pregnancy can go on the same day.
A lot of women, they don't see that this man is not capable. Maybe the woman is in love, and the man
We are big
approached the woman
pretenders
in
to
this
the woman.
exactly pretending to be this great guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen so many instances where a woman falls pregnant and then the man changes.
And then let
I'm
us
sure
say
you
she
see-
regret it.
Look, then that I will say is irresponsible of the woman. And I'll tell
Of the
you why.
woman,
No, it can't be
hang
possible.
on, hang on.
On
let
which
me-
way?
I'll explain it to you.
Yeah.
You see, a woman chooses a man doesn't choose a woman.
You know why you
Do
choose
we agree
men?
that? Can we
You
agree
know
there?
why? Can I give you?
Okay.
Can
So-
I answer you?
Yeah.
Why? Your approach to the woman,
Mm-hmm.
you understand? That's the first thing that make the woman to take a decision.
yes, and
to
how you
accept you.
approach the woman,
You
how you
understand?
do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, but it's the woman. So what happens is that we got to get this clear. Woman chooses a man doesn't choose a woman. Right? What happens is that a man finds himself in a place where, and this is a lot of manipulating men, where they convince the woman that he's the best bet. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
Right? It's whether he's lying to the woman or not, I don't have a problem with that. What happens is that she's the one that chooses the man, and the man chooses back in turn. Although the man did the approaching first.
Yeah.
So we got to get that part clear.
Yeah.
So, boom, night number 1, Saturday night, probably a little bit of alcohol, and then boom, he couldn't hold it, and boom, there the kids go. 72 hours later, she is now pregnant, or now
Let's
she's...
remove alcohol between.
Yeah, let's
make
remove-
it as a
let's-
physical.
Let's
Okay,
say
let's
they
get
had
it
a
physical.
relationship for a year or
She
two,
trusted
and
you.
then
Boom.
boom, she trusted him.
Yeah.
Boom, she falls pregnant, and
Right.
then the man decides
You still
she
proving the
doesn't
woman that
want
she's
he
wrong?
doesn't want a child.
No.
Who's
Yeah.
wrong
Sarge,
there?
so let's
keep that
not
child?
let's not say wrong. There's no wrong in this. There's
Well,
no
which way
wrong
do
or
you
there's
put
right.
it that the woman
So
done?
I would say that one, Number one, see, the woman did an irresponsible thing of choosing a man that was not worthy of her.
No.
Right? So this is the point.
What
This is the
we are
point.
saying is that the man came pretending to be
Yeah.
a great man.
And the woman
to the
accepted
woman,
the
and the
man.
woman
And the
accepted.
thing-
On the letter state, the woman
Who's the
regret
bigger
about
pretender?
it.
Yes.
Who's the bigger pretender, man or women?
He's a man.
In this case,
the
the
man.
man
No, in
pretended.
this case, but who
Yeah,
are
he's
bigger
the-
pretenders? in
He's still
general?
the man.
It's men.
Absolutely not. Sure.
You tell me why not?
Okay.
We
I won't-
both, me and you. There's no woman here. Let's remove it. Let me give you the answer.
No.
Tell me.
Men to men.
Men
Men
to
to
men.
men.
Man to man, let's
Yeah,
have this
thank you.
conversation.
Yes.
All right, let's have SA talk without Tebu.
Yeah.
Right. So how are the men the most pretenders? I want to hear this.
Okay, look here. Let me tell you. I'm on the platform around men
Yeah.
who pretend to be who they are, but on the reality, they are not. Let me give you an example. A beautiful woman is standing there. A man approaches, go rent a Bentley, Ferrari,
Rent,
pretending
yeah, one.
is that the car belongs to him, pretending that he lives in the expensive lifestyle,
And pretending to be a nice guy.
pretending being a nice guy, dress
So
expensive.
pretend on his wealth, right?
Yes.
And pretend to be a nice guy.
Yes.
Keep going. I'm gonna keep these in mind. Keep
Yeah, and then
And pretend to love her.
pretend loving
And
the
pretend
woman.
to love her.
A
Yeah,
woman
let's go.
feel that this guy you look nice, and some guys
Exactly.
I feel like he's a very responsible
Yes.
person.
Yes.
No one wanna go to date somebody who's not responsible in this world.
No one.
It can be in Paris, it can be in America. Anybody wanna be in somebody that
Don't you
will be
believe
there
that
for
men
me.
pretend? Don't you
No,
believe
I'm
that
off the-
some men actually change after
No.
pregnancy?
A lot of men do that. So
Special again,
I want
if
that
they're paying your
I
rent,
want this. I
they're
want it
buying
to be
you a
clear.
car, they do things for you.
Let me say this
You
part.
feel like you can monitor as a remote control.
You
Okay,
see-
let's come back. SM and talk with Tebu.
Yeah, so Deborah is back.
Yes.
So, finance, fake love, pretending to love, and what's the other
Material.
one? That's which falls under finance. And then what was the other one? Being a nice guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is, the premise of a woman loving a man should not be these three.
That's true.
What should
No,
Okay.
wait, I'll answer him there. Give me
Right.
chance.
Okay,
So
okay.
the finance is the show of the competency. Our poet, our last guy that was here, Sia, showed that, right? So the competency, it should be the important part. The finance should be the result of the competency. So she must be able to pick out how competent this guy is. Right? Out of that branch of competence, you can see how genuine of a man he is.
But how long does he need to pick it up, according to you?
No, well, if it takes 10
How long
years,
does
then
it
so
take?
be so.
Yeah,
like
do
the
you
woman
think-
needs.
Yes.
No,
Do you
I'm just
think-
being. I'm just
look,
exaggerating.
Do you think
But
if you are with a man for
We
5
don't
years...
have time to
it mean-
exaggerate, yeah.
Look here. Do you think if you're dating a man for 5 years, it mean that you know that person very well?
Well, I'm not dating
still
no
not.
man for any amount of years.
It's
But
Okay,
you're
for
a
start-
man and you've dated women
Yeah.
Look,
it's still
for
not.
5 years.
So, the basis of your guys' argument is actually just blowing my head.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing:
Yeah.
is that men do lie to women. That's for sure.
Yes.
A lot of times they put a lot of bait.
80% of men
Okay,
they lie to
so
women.
gentlemen,
let's even
gentlemen, we have established that men lie to
absolutely
women most of the time.
yes.
My question is, I want to go back to this. Our main, what we actually talking about, co-parenting. You say that you wanted to live with both of your kids, right?
Yes.
live with one.
He
I would
live
like
with
to
one.
live with
He
You
one.
live
wanted
with
both
one,
of them.
but you would love to live with both of your kids. Did any of the mothers, or let me say the mother of your second child, the child that you live with, was she open to like both of you guys raising the child, like 1 week at your house, or maybe weekends with her or weekends with you? Did you guys have that conversation, or you were like, look, I want my kid?
Look, I'm gonna say this is that these two women are 10 years age difference, right? And they're also two completely different races. They all belong to the modern world, or the modern women, but the differences is because of those cultural and also age difference. The second wife is far younger. She just actually hit 30 probably this year or last year, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm on the 4th floor, right? And she's of the belief that having her child every second weekend, fortnight, is raising a child. So she thinks she's doing her half. She's doing 100%, I'm doing my 100%. I'm not going to stop her belief. If she wants to believe that, so be it. I just know that, interrupting, which has happened and which is currently happening, interrupting the child's normal growth process has a long-term effect against the child. So what I do is that it's not only a financial game that I'm doing, it's that I'm trying to play an emotional position where my child is not disturbed, like education-wise, because on that side,
Sorry, something switched off. What is it?
it's a backlight here. It's the purple
Oh,
light.
okay.
So I just try to emotionally protect, while on her side, she's seeing the child probably twice to 4 times a month. And that emotional protection that is there is to serve that this is how things happen in daddy's household, and this is the way daddy's trying to get you as far possible. Whereas on that side, she's just being the best parent she can be, in a sense that she'll be more fun because she sees it for a short time. So there's a lot of amusement parks. There's a lot of, all the great times.
Oh, okay.
Whereas I do the fundamental teaching of what the child is. So from her standpoint, she's mothering.
Is this something you both wanted?
Absolutely not. What I wanted was to have a wife, and a wife to be at home, and so we can raise a child
yeah.
properly.
Together.
Yeah.
That's
But
the-
she's off. She's like, look here, my marriage contract is expired. I think I've got better places to
So
be.
she's the one who wanted the divorce.
Yeah. She's like, I've got better places to be, just for a short lack of better words. I got better places to be, and those better places don't involve you and my child in one home. So I'm out.
So are you hurt by that? I mean, be honest.
Yes,
You were hurt.
absolutely. Yeah. But
Okay.
then I learned she did me a favor. But this is speaking more marriage. This is not co-parenting. But from a parental co-parent standpoint of view, the child is affected forever. Do you understand? Because here's the thing. It is something that you wanted to get into discussion earlier. If my baby mama's current and future, right? I say to all of y'all, move closer to where I live, right? I live in this street. Y'all can all live in the same street. You pick this house. You pick this house of the same price bracket, so to put it. All right, y'all live there. You have a minimum of 3 bedroom. Y'all each will get a decent car. No Porsches and
Are you
whatever
gonna pay
the
for
case
their
may be.
houses?
Absolutely.
And what if they're in relationships? It's fine. You'll still pay for their houses.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as I've got proximity to my children.
Okay.
Right now, where the proximity issues are happening. This is the baby mamas that currently exist, not post baby mamas. I'm not gonna allow that nonsense, right? Because they already continued with their life. This baby mamas before me, the ex-wives. It's like, stay there, have the child have proximity to me and to you, and I'll pay for everything. You want to have a relationship? It doesn't happen here. It doesn't happen in this estate. It happens outside. If your boyfriend lives one estate away, then go there, and whatnot.
Okay. Serge, you have been divorced for how long now?
Look, I
Married
was
for?
with my partner for 10 years, 8 months. I found that we took it from the previous marriage. I loved it so much. During that time, we did not have a child. You understand? The reason why I loved it, because I feel me taking care for other kids make me to become very responsible person. On which way, I did not have a job. I was just a hustler person. You understand? The condition during that time was not good. And then the things make me to work so hard when those kids, let me say not those kids, when my kid, the two from my ex-partner, when they request certain things, they don't want to go to the salon, they did school, they want to
So you were a father before you had your own,
Yes.
and you took them in as your own kids.
Yes, I
Nice.
love them so much. Especially that's what I love it for them. When I wake up or during the day they call me daddy. I feel that I become very responsible person. When I send my partner to America or I send her to Paris, I accommodate those 2 kids to go with her. And then I love when they are brought the money, pocket money finished, they'll call me daddy, money finished, we want another one. Those things make me to become a responsible, to work hard, to provide to them.
And how old were the kids when you met their mother?
But I can say like another one now, she's 21 years, another one she's 18. You understand? When we just calculate on that time, you understand, they were still young. You understand? Until I raised them. Now I separate with my partner. They're still with me. You understand? I still love them. I still considering them. Because if I become who am I today, is because of them. They make me to become a very responsible person. I ask myself a question. When other men meet a woman who have a kid, they try to run away from that. I feel like they run.
I think that's like another topic we should have. Would you
And I
date a woman who has kids?
I've done that, and it's the worst idea ever.
Really?
Absolutely.
Maybe you met the wrong person.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yes, thank you,
It's
Serge.
possible, but it's still the worst idea.
No, it can't be waste idea.
So
because
it's not like the two ideas do not have to
Okay,
run concurrently.
I think we'll leave this for another episode because Serge did it and it worked
it
well.
worked for me.
I
and-
did it and it didn't work.
You
You did
understand?
it didn't work.
Even
but
if my
Serge did it
relationship,
and it worked.
it worked for me.
Are you
we
still
have
with,
our
are you
child.
still with them?
No, I'm still with the kid. I'm no more with their mother.
So it didn't work.
You understand?
No, but the relationship
it
you
didn't
can't.
work.
No, you can't.
You can't
The
involve in a
relationship
relationship when you
didn't work,
separate
not-
and then you wanna bring the kid
Are
in.
you the father to the kids?
You understand?
Are you
I'm their
fathering the kids?
stepfather.
Okay, where's the
I'm
dad?
still taking care for them. If they need something, they are with me.
You are still taking care of them.
I'm still
So
taking care
so
of
so
them.
because this show is about how men feel about women, let's go back to that, and we will have that conversation.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Look, I separate with the mother. There was a certain time we were not communicating with them until we come back together because I'm still holding their younger sister.
Basically, your divorce had nothing to do with the other kids.
To me,
Just like you,
look, I can
your-
say to some of men and some of the women,
Yes.
your separation with your partner, you don't need to involve the kid in.
Yes.
You understand?
yes.
So I'm with that sentence. I'm 100% with you.
So now you guys are divorced, ne?
With divorce, I live with my daughter. I know sometimes it's not good because I expected to raise my child together.
Did
with
you
the mother.
choose to live with your daughter or you both agreed?
No. First,
So you
She
guys are both
refused.
living with your kids?
yeah, she
Yeah, we're
refused.
responsible men.
Look, she refused. And then I took the child with the force. Later stage, she was intimidating me with the police. And then I said to her, okay, you're an attorney. She's a qualified attorney, lawyer. I said, okay, I'm a qualified businessman. Since I love my child, I'm not going to allow you to do that. And you can see I have a full love of my daughter. She want to be with me. You don't want. It means you want to break up the love that I have between me and my daughter.
Boom.
I'm not originally from here.
No, but why is that breaking up the love? Because I mean, co-parenting it shouldn't only be
Let me
one
go to
sided,
you.
right?
Because women
She's
are the
a South
gatekeepers.
African. She's from Eastern Cape and Mutata.
Oh my God.
Yeah. On
Aibo,
our
what is-
relationship,
oh my God.
God.
look, on the relationship, people thought I was the person who cheated. She was the person who cheated. And then I caught her. And then I didn't want drama. I said, let me move out of the house. We both agree. And then I want to take my child. She refused. And then I took the child with the force. And then the new boyfriend was advising her to go to Home Affairs to cancel my paper so they can deport me.
And that's you see those
You
kind of
understand?
men are the worst
now,
men.
You allowing that man who come in your life for short time of months to the men who've been there for a couple of years for you, who make you to become who you are today, who make you to travel all over the world. You listen to that man. Now it means you want to make my child to suffer so they can chase me out of the
100%.
country. So my child to suffer.
it's
And then I say,
difficult for
I'm
him
not
to
going to
see the
allow
child.
that. And then I took it to court with agent application. I got powerful attorneys, senior counselor from Pretoria. I take it to court. I fight for the right of my daughter. Like when I want to travel with my daughter, to give me a consent was a big problem. And then I went twice to High Court for the same matter. The last judge say, you are here for the same things. For now, I can give you a full custody of your child because I can see really you fighting for your child on the benefits of your child.
But what about the mother in this instance? Because you say that the judge gave you full custody. What about the mother? Didn't she
I wanna-
also want to?
I want to actually
To
speak
raise
on
her
your
daughter as
question.
No, look, in the justice system of the country, I think most court look the benefits of that when it's a young girl, it's better the young girl to live with the mother.
No, children, general, whether it's boy or girl.
Okay.
Because
I
I
never
fought,
read
I
it.
fought, I
How-
fought
like,
this
how
in
did you
court.
win?
I
How
fought
did
this
I
in court
win
a
the
couple months
judgment?
ago. Yeah.
How did I win the judgment? Because most women think when you send your man message, you say, I'm not going to allow you to travel with a child. First, I need you to give me this money you promised to give me every month. They think it's a good idea.
So you're renting your child.
You understand? You send a message, you say to me, you send to the child, you say, tell your dad if doesn't bring you back, I'll bring the police.
Boom,
On the
manipulation
child's
through the child.
message, phone. You send the child again, you say, tell your dad I'm taking you to the Home Affairs to remove your dad's surname. You think it's a good idea of doing that. I put it together.
Oh, so you were compiling all of that.
Yes. I
Together.
take it with my senior counselor. With the agent application, you are trying to frustrate the child. You understand? You are
And
trying
frustrate you too.
me too,
Yeah.
with the love of my life.
Yeah.
You understand? You are trying to separate me. And when judge look at all those facts, find out that I wanted to travel with the child to US and Disneyland. I remember the judge was a woman, a black woman. I thought that maybe he would take a side when she did not take a side.
But didn't you guys sit and talk
Down
like
they talk about
adults
it.
and
I asked her, we did.
Yes.
I asked her, okay, look at here. You don't mind the child living with me during the week. Weekend, you take the child. Because I just want to look at the best of my child life where I can put
Would you have taken the weekends and she takes during the week?
No, because I want to drop my child in the school.
What if she also wants to do that too?
I know she can't because I've been
Boom.
living with her for 10
Yeah.
years, 8 months. She never done it yet.
So I want to comment on everything that he's saying, right? So now we're having a conversation where I'm on 100% on his side with very little disagreements, if any. All right, so look at the stats. There's a stat that shows, although it's the United States stats, but they're not too far from South Africa, it's that 23% is a success of a single mother. 23%, right? Raising us. Look at how many millionaires that there are from single moms compared to millionaires from single dads. It is 73% success. Listen to that, 73%.
We need a king fact checker.
Yeah, please go ahead. I mean, use Google. Now, do you know what is 2 parents in a home?
What is it?
Take a guess. So it's 29 single mom,
Yeah.
73 single father.
Yeah.
Guess what is both parents?
90.
75. So it's this far away. This far away. And remember, I'm saying this on YouTube. Go check it yourself. The proximity of success of a father being in the house
Do you think men
increases it.
do you think men
And
are
what-
sometimes
what-
bullies?
No, a lot of the times, but women are bigger bullies in relationships.
That's true.
So
That's
they're
why we
bigger
see
bullies. So it's not like men are innocent. But I
Some
want
of
to
the
like
relationship
I
there's
want to
abusing on the GBV.
Absolutely.
No,
Women
I
are
mean,
much
I mean,
more
I mean,
abusive.
in terms of co-parenting, I'm talking about co-parenting because now guys wanna now, have full custody of their kids, unlike before. Before, men would just.
Do you know why that happens?
must
And I'll
ask
explain
yourself
to you.
why.
Serge, let me explain.
Yeah.
Ask yourself why. Let me tell you what happens. Is that, and this is not spoken about, and we have to speak about this very, very strongly. The reason why a lot of men are not fathering their children is because women have made it so difficult using the system not to be able to parent. Now, look at my 2 children, and I'm glad I have 2 children. The one child I'm not parenting at all. And I call off that parent, right? I've got messages, WhatsApp, emails, smoke signals, telegrams, all kinds of messages to say, bring my son here, I'll take care of everything. In those words.
But did you
But-
ever say, can we?
Oh, absolutely. It's like, yeah, we can figure out how you want to do it.
Yes,
But
yes.
absolutely. It's not like I'm being unreasonable here. It's like, I'll pay for everything just so we can relieve you off any finances. Take your money, go have a good time, right?
No, but what I'm saying is,
Let me finish.
Like,
Let
did
me-
you speak to her that how about we both co-parent the child? Maybe
Absolutely.
during the
Like I-
week, weekends. That
Yes.
that kind of
This-
system.
This is why I want to explain the entire thing because I think a lot of the times I've been cut, so my points don't hit. So according to everybody that's probably on her side, I'm not parenting my child, right? I'm not parenting him at all. But there's one that I'm fully parenting, and the other one is not doing so much parenting, right? So the thing is, the kid does not know that I want to be there for him. So this kid is going through emotional, like, my daddy doesn't want to be here. And she's probably spreading the word, look how useless he is. He's driving this and that, but he doesn't take care of his child. So I'm like, I don't even know where my child is. You understand? So what Serge did with my second child, I was a little smarter because of experience. I also managed to get my child this time around, and I fought the court system. And when I say that I yelled at the judge, at least the judge was on his side. I fought the magistrate. I fought, yelled and screamed until she said, you know what, I give up, have your child.
And then does
Right?
your
So
does your son now feel that his mother's not there? Just like how you feel that your firstborn
it's hard to
might
tell.
feel that daddy's not there for me.
No,
Does your
absolutely
son
not. So,
respond to you
so
on-
I'll respond to that. So
Yeah.
my son does not feel like his mom is not there, and for one main reason.
Why?
Why?
I always tell him, mommy's going to call such and such a time. I know there's a time the mom calls all the time, and I always psych him up for that. So he must celebrate his mom. He cannot hate. Whatever issues I have with her remains my issues with her.
Yeah.
He has nothing to do with it. Although he's victimized in the process, and she's blindsided to that. It doesn't mean that now I have to bring that victimized mentality to him as well. Love your mommy. respect your mommy.
Mm.
Say please, say thank you. That's what I teach them in the household. All day, every day.
And then that's true. Because you see, most parents, when they separate, they just want to involve the child in.
Yeah.
The child is a very innocent people.
Parent meaning both the father and the mother, right?
Yeah. You know, the Bible says God created a man and a woman to be together to make each other feel strong. Same way to us as a parent. We need to raise child between both of us too. I have direction where I need to take to the child. The mother have a role to play to the child. Because now, if the both two parents separate, we're making the child to suffer at the end of the day. Look like it was a birthday of my ex on November, and then I was having a chat with my daughter. I say, "Did you wish mommy happy birthday?" You know what my daughter responded to me? Say, "I did not." And then I say, "Why?" He said, "Because she did not wish me happy birthday. Why must I do that?" And then that word, it touched me. Because of what? The mother took anger, put it to my daughter when he could not do that.
And it's not common for a man to do that to a woman. But
You
it's very
understand?
common for a woman to do it to a man.
You
And
know,
that's
you're
the definition of
frustrating the
parental
child.
alienation.
You're frustrating the child. At the end of the day, I'm still teaching my child, please, can you call your mom? Because I wanted to be connected with the mom. Because the day I will die, she will left with you. If doesn't have a connection with the mother.
It's important for a child to connect with both parents.
You get my point?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the thing is, and this is where I want to hit home.
Okay, I'll take your last. We have to.
This is
wrap
where I
up.
wanted to hit home is that, both parents are equally important to the child, right? Even though I gave those stats that the man's success is much higher, they still have equally,
Definitely.
they're equally important. The issue here is that the state gives the woman so much power over the child that it's tough for the man to do his thing, like number one. Number two, the man is the provider by nature. He will give everything. He will go to the ends of the earth to make sure the child is provided for. In general, and I have to use that word in general, a woman would not go to the ends of the earth to provide. She'll go to get the guy go crazy to make sure it takes so much resources from him so that it's provided for the child. The man does not do that. You never hear a man says, yo, you need to pay your half. If that man does that, that is not a man.
But a mother is a nurturer, and kids need that.
A mother is known to be a nurturer, but in our time now, unfortunately, mothers are not as nurturing as they used to be.
Don't generalize.
And look,
Don't generalize.
It is a
G.
generalization. It has to be a generalization.
No,
I'll tell
don't
you why
generalize.
it has to. I'll tell you why it has to be generalization. Look at the height of testosterone in women. Women are bossing up, right? So when you have high testosterone, nurturing levels decrease. Look at the increase of the estrogen of men, right? So look at Serge right now. Serge is a nurturer. Who wants to argue that? Nobody.
No
He's a full man, but he's a nurturer too. And look, he's raising his 12-year-old daughter. What is it
And
called?
a woman can also be a full mother, a full woman, and work and be independent and also be a nurturer, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But understand that by virtue of that, her nurturing levels do drop. And that also heightens the, as a single mom, the failure of the child goes higher. You see, a man's failure to raise a child is not disturbed because a man's position stays as man. Women's position change according to her value chain in life. So this is why men can consistently raise children into success as opposed to women. This is why fathers are far more important in the home, even though they're equally important. Meaning that even though they're more important in this instance, it doesn't mean that the woman is not important. It means equal.
Okay,
But
let
to
me
close,
ask.
but to
Okay.
close that statement is that let's understand that men and co-parenting, that women are the gatekeepers of it, and if women and men could somehow find the synergy, the success of the child is so much higher.
I feel like you men are bossy. I feel that you men are bossy. You know what I mean? Because what you said, I you know what? It's your opinion. It's your opinion. But I feel that a child needs their mother.
If I can find a woman like my mom,
You'd be happy.
I'd be ecstatic. My
But your
world is
father's
complete.
still the greatest to
But
you.
my dad is far greater. You know, we had a
Okay,
conversation.
okay, wait, guys. Sorry.
Just to
Oh,
close
sorry,
that part
guys.
up,
Sorry.
yeah.
Oh, my goodness. If only we could have like a part 2, but next time we'll have a part 2 for this. Yeah, unfortunately, we've reached our time.
I want to give last more message.
Yes,
before you
please,
close.
please,
Look,
Serge.
we end the SAMN talk. You know, the advice that I'm gonna advise most parents, especially when it comes in terms of men and women. You know, men need to accept his responsibility.
Yes.
As a
100.
man, men need to take care of their kid. Men
100.
need to take care of their partner. You don't need to run away from your relationship, even you don't have or you have. You understand?
Yes.
We need always to treat our partner, especially our girlfriend and the wife, as a being special people in our life. Especially when he brought you a child,
Yes.
those are blessings.
Yes.
Those men who run away from their kid,
Cowards.
I'm calling all the men.
Cowards.
Cowards.
Let's come back.
Yes.
Ah.
Let's
Absolutely.
support our kid. Those are
Yes.
blessings. Don't look at the anger that most women have. Look the love that you have when you are in your relationship. Let us stop taking advantage of women,
Yes.
special young women. When I say special young women, most of us men, we take advantage of young women because of the experience that we have in our life with the manipulation that we
Nyaqothela.
come
Most of y'all
around
men
the
are
women.
not one of them.
I'm trying to call all of you guys, please,
Yes.
let us come together.
Yes.
Let us stand from our partner and our exes. Let's support them. Let's support our kid.
Yes.
You know, I'm here today. I'm sitting in the SAMN talk. I'm raising my voice. I'm calling all the men. Let's come together. Let's support our partner
Yes,
and our
indeed.
kid.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you so much, Serge. You know, we are changing the country to the better one episode at a time. You know what I mean? Like, fathers, come on, be there for your kids. Thank you so much for watching SA Men Talk. Do not forget to subscribe so that we can bring you more and more content. And don't forget to click the bell and do comment on the comment section down below.
Please,
Down
guys,
below.
don't run away to comment.
We want
My
to hear
brother
your
here
views.
next to me
So-
was
We
right.
want to
So,
hear your
yeah,
views.
Absolutely. So the idea of you commenting gives us insight on what you feel. Number
Yes.
one. Number two, what we need to speak about. Number three, how to present and to make the show a lot more quality. So
Yes.
give it to us. If you feel
Yes.
like you got to roast us, go for it. You know,
Yes.
have your freedom of comment. I'm a big believer of freedom of speech. So go for it.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for watching. We love you. From me, goodbye. And you guys can say your goodbyes.
Good guy to the people who are watching us today. Please support us. Send your comment. Let us get it. Let us share it together. We love you guys.
Yes.
Jeez, such a long goodbye. Peace out.
Bye, guys.